So, first of all, before we even get into the topic of discussion, I want to first start off by saying thank you guys for your patience and understanding in regards to me taking my break. I probably should have done a video expressing that I was doing a mid-season break with Tiny Toy Kingdom and things of this nature. And I just really, if you follow me on my social media platforms, you know that I wasn't doing social media too tough. I really haven't been posting anything or updates or nothing like that. I really just wanted to do whatever I wanted to do or do nothing at all, like that type of thing. So, like I said, I probably should have done an update sooner. But, I'm here now, and we're going to clock to see where she simply needs to be clocked. Now, earlier I was watching a video, and it was about, it was a vegan or a vegetarian, I think. And the vegetarian was talking about, meat eaters, which to me, even that within itself, when I hear vegetarians use that term meat eaters, it has a very negative connotation to it. And I don't give a fuck what they're talking about. And they may say, well, girl, it is what it is. I mean, you are eating meat, you're a meat eater. But to me, it's just the way in which they go about saying it. To me, it's right out the box. It's like, oh, you're a meat eater. Like how gay people call straight people breeders. It's like, well, they are the so-called breeders. But it, to me, just has a negative connotation to it. But having said that, I was listening to the video, and this was the vegetarian. Okay, now this was not a vegan because there is a very distinct difference between vegetarian and vegan. However, they were talking about meat eaters, and their whole perspective, what she was saying was, okay, if you are a meat eater and you cannot look the meat in the eye, raise it, like raise the cow or the chicken or whatever it is that you're going to be eating, raise it, look it in its eye, and then butcher it, then you feel guilty for eating it. She's talking about, oh, well, the majority of people would not be able to kill the cow if they needed to. No, I don't think that it's that they can't do it. They just don't want to do it. And I don't think that that makes them guilty. I just think that makes them, bitch, I don't want to do it. But I'm saying, how many vegetarians raise and grow all the shit they eat? Because even if, in fact, you have a little garden in your backyard, I'm sure you go to Kroger or Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, and I'm sure you get other shit from the grocery store that you didn't raise and grow yourself. So I don't understand this elitist attitude like, oh, if you can't do it yourself, then you're guilty. Well, are you guilty? Because, bitch, you didn't grow those pineapples, bitch, nor those coconuts. So I don't understand the conversation. Oh, well, girl, no, that's because it's the wrong region. In terms of the geography of the situation, I can't grow this here. Well, does it look like I can have a farm in my fucking backyard? Bitch, this is a residential area. So I don't understand once again, it's a one-sided situation to where it's always an excuse. Oh, well, no, girl, it's because I can't grow this in this area of the world. The fight should not be to try to get people to stop eating meat. I think you need to try to change regulations with respect to how they're preparing the meat or, raising the cow or treating the animal. We need the animals to, how it needs to be so that it's kosher. Do that. But it's never going to be a time where everybody stops eating meat unless all the animals were to drop dead tomorrow. In which case the fight is null and void because now all the animals that you were standing up for are now dead. So it doesn't matter either way. We're vegetarians, but all the animals are dead. You know what I'm saying? So who cares? But then also too with this individual, okay, girl, you're a vegetarian. But then at the end of the day, just because you're not eating a cheeseburger, it's somehow better that you're drinking milk. Girl, the milk that you got is still coming from those animal farms that you're talking about. So I don't understand how you think somehow you are, that you are doing something for the animals when you're still utilizing the animal. You're still utilizing the animal. You're still using makeup products and different things that were animal tested. So I just don't understand the conversation that these vegetarians are coming from because although you're not eating the meat itself, you're still eating animal products. That makes it better? I don't get it. To me, it's so hypocritical and one-sided. But then also too in the same breath, but when you talk about vegans, if you want to be a vegan, be a vegan. But don't be disillusioned to the fact that you think that you are making such a big dent in the situation because really you're not. If in fact you are living in a house, driving a car, filling that car with gas, and here again, they have to mine for the gas. They have to do all these different things to the environment in order to get the gas. We saw what happened when they were in the Pacific or wherever they were in the ocean and the shit broke loose and all those fishes and all the environment ended up being affected negatively as a result of them trying to mine the gas that you put in your car. But somehow you're better because you used something that wasn't created from an animal, which in fact that was created from an animal because that's all oil is a bunch of fucking dead animals. After thousands and millions of years, they just create and come into crude oil, become crude oil. Either way, it's like you acting like you better, girl. Stop it. You just have to stop it. If you want to eat the vegan diet, if you want to be on a vegan diet, be on that vegan diet. But to me, I need you to stop acting like you think you're doing so much, because you're not. I feel like even if you're not eating the animals or the animal products, everything you do is contributing to the loss of land. It's contributing to these animals being killed regardless of the fact, because at the end of the day, girl, you're still utilizing products that are taken from the animal. So there's really no one way for you to walk away where the animals are going to leave unscathed. That's just the reality of the situation. Another thing was, the girl was like, what did she say? She said something like, it's humans. How did she word it? Well, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly how she said it, but the point she was making was, humans are not superior. Our lives are not valued more than the chicken. I'm not trying to be funny or shady. I'm just calling it how I perceive the situation. Sweetheart, on this planet, humans are the superior species. That's just what it is. You could cut it up however you want. We are superior to chickens, bitch. It's just the truth. You saying it like, oh girl, animals they're not here for food, but they are here for food. And if they weren't, then why do birds eat worms and all type of different little insects? If they weren't, why do lions eat gazelles? You know what I'm saying? If they weren't, why do snakes eat mice? Like, you saying that, but girl, they are here for that. Like, we're all here for food. Because guess what, bitch? God forbid no time soon, but when my time comes, girl, what do you think I'm going to become, girl? To something in this world, I will become a meal. Typically, if you were to just throw a person's body into the earth, they will decompose, and the earth will make food out of that person, and they will become fertilizer. It's just the natural way of life. But the bottom line matter is, girl, no shade, humans are the superior species. And I'm not saying that humans are superior to everything in the universe, because I'm sure somewhere out in the ether, there may be another planet of beings that are far beyond us. And if in fact they were to come to Earth, girl, we may end up turning into the cows. Who could say? But on this day, humans are the superior species, and you could be offended by that, but am I lying? Or am I just saying something that you don't like to hear, but you know that it's true? The smartest monkey is still equivalent to the stupidest person. And that's not to be funny. It's just, to me, the truth. Am I lying? I just keep asking the question, is it not true what I said? And like I said, for the girls that are vegetarians and still eat animal-based products or still use animal-based products, you're no better than a bitch that's eating the chicken. And for the bitch that is like, oh, you're eating a cheeseburger, you're no better. You're still drinking milk, which is still coming from an animal farm. Okay, so girl, you're no better than the bitch eating the burger. And to the vegan bitch, the only way I will feel like you are doing 100% your part is if in fact you lived out in the forest somewhere with no car, no bicycle, nothing that was manufactured in a factory. Okay, you can't have nothing that is contributing negative emissions into the stratosphere, and nothing that is taking land away from the animal. For instance, the subdivision I live in, girl, don't you know how many trees had to be cut down for these houses to be built? How much land had to be taken for this shit to be erected? Like, you making it seem like just because you don't eat animals or you don't use anything that was animal-based, that suddenly now you are completely out of the conversation. No. Unless you live in the forest with nothing but the skin that is on your body, you're a part of the problem too. Now, let's just say everybody were to stop eating meat tomorrow, right? And let's just say we were to stop building factories and everything like that were to stop tomorrow. The natural progression of any species is to reproduce. I don't give a fuck what people say, whether you're gay, straight, it doesn't matter. Biologically, our bodies, typically, whether you're human, rabbit, cat, or dog, the natural progression is to reproduce. So now what you have is a situation where there are billions of cows, chickens, and whatever the case may be, that are left to their own devices, that are reproducing, and they require more food. So now we have another problem, because now these animals, whereas before we would eat them and kind of keep the population low, now the population is out of control. They still require the same shit they required before, but now we have 3 new cows in the mix. So now it's like, what's the solution? So if we're not eating them, then they're eating all the fucking food. And if in fact we weren't, and that's another thing too. If everybody, including the animals, let's just say we were able to convince even the lions and all the carnivores, okay, to not eat meat. Don't you think that would put another problem into the stratosphere? Like, now, where's all these fruits and vegetables coming from? If everybody is only eating fruits and vegetables, where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? How are we going to produce that magnitude, like that many of one thing? How can we produce that much corn, that much bread? If everybody were only eating fruits and veggies, like, how would we do that? And how would we do it with it being in a natural way? Because that's another thing. Oh, it's unnatural. They pump the animals with hormones. Well, bitch, if all 7 billion plus people on this planet, plus all the animals that are on this planet were eating the same shit, they would have to pump the fruits and vegetables with hormones too. It's like there's no one way to handle it. It's like people need to shut the fuck up and fight for regulation. That's all you can do, because it's never going to come a time where people give a fuck about what you're talking about. I do, in fact, love animals, but that is my opinion, and it is what it is. It's not to say that the animals are not important, because they are. I love animals. I know some people are going to be feeling some type of way about this, because I know how people be feeling about animals, but girl, it is what it is. I don't feel like I said anything wrong. And I feel like all the points I brought up, girl, that to me are like no-brainers. Did I lie? Did I say something that was wrong? So, anyway, I love you down. Until next time, as always, that's all there is.